Welcome to this preview of the CRM system I wrote. My name is Aaron Robinson and I've been in sales and business development roles for the past 11.5 years. During that time I've used the full spectrum of CRM systems, not just as a user but also as an administrator applying customizations. It's this experience and my interest in technology and innovation which led me to develop my own CRM system from scratch, starting with a blank page in JEdit and eventually ending up with a complete multi-user CRM system with a web-based GUI. Here is the multi-timezone follow-up screen. It's pretty basic, but the idea I had was to keep the screens you use most often nice and simple and easy to use. Each one of these boxes represents a follow-up due for a particular hotel. The horizontal length of the box is equal to 8 hours, as represented in this 24-hour view of the present day. The default business hours set for each of these hotels is 9 to 5 p.m., their own time, since this was found to be the common business hours of senior management at the hotels I had contact with. The position of each of these follow-up boxes is relative to the time zone difference between your current set time zone and the time zone of the hotel you are contacting. The green highlighted area represents your current setting for your business hours, and the follow-ups overlapping that zone are able to be reached during the corresponding times where they overlap the green highlighted area, or your business hours. We can change the setting for start, end time, and flex our hours in order to reach time zones that sit just either side of our default work hours, for example. Some days you might come in earlier if based in +10 GMT, Australian Eastern Standard Time, in order to reach the east coast of the USA, or you might stay a little later in order to reach key contacts for Starwood International based in Brussels. I'll demonstrate now by changing our start time and end time around and showing how it changes the highlighted area of our own business day. The line with the clock icon that actively moves across the timeline of the page, that represents the current time. If we change our current time zone because we're a user working remotely from Dubai, for example, as was the case in a previous role of mine, you'd change your time zone to +4. Right now it's just after 9 AM in Dubai, so we can reach our Dubai time zone. But whether you're calling from Dubai to Dubai or you're based in Australia and calling Dubai, you'll get correct information relative to you and your time zone. Let's change our time zone back to +10 and we'll see that it shows we can reach Dubai now too. It's just displaying it in a way that's relative to our current time zone so that it makes sense to us and where we're based. Next time I'll take a look at the contact screen and how relationships are managed with contacts and between sister and parent hotels. We'll also take a look at scheduling and completing follow-ups and entering notes, opportunities, and even tracking opportunity value. I'm currently looking for work in Melbourne and would love to hear from you if you have a sales role available for an experienced candidate. Get in touch and we can catch up for a coffee.